This haul left me a little bit emotional, and stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll explain why and you'll see why. But people keep sending me their collections because I'm paying some really good prices for books valued over $1,000 and incredibly competitive prices for everything else. So if you're looking to sell, reach out to me. A customer just emailed and said, hey Bri, I've been watching you for years. I finally decided to sell to you, and it's exactly like you said in the video. The process was just so easy. And it really is. Just a couple emails and you send the books and boom, money's in your account. So I make the process super simple. Contact info down below. But let's just enjoy this incredible array of comic books. So we're going to start with this ASM run right here, but forgive me for just a moment as I get a little bit nostalgic. I've been reflecting a lot recently on my origins and how this channel started and this business started, because this is how it started, with haul videos. And it used to be that when a collection would come in, I'd do a haul video and it'd be one of my best performing videos. And it's completely flip-flop now, where people just aren't interested in haul videos as much compared to other content, because it's like, oh yeah, Bri bought another collection. But the gravity of what's happening here is not lost on me. I mean, one of these boxes, I'll show you which one it is, it's coming up here, but I paid over $51,000 for one box of slabs. And when I opened that box, my heart was racing, and I'm just looking at these grails just thinking, I cannot believe that this is what I do for a living. And these haul videos, I would say now I only do like 10% of the books that come in do I actually make a video about, because there's just so much else going on and other content that other people seem to be more interested in. But it's just crazy, because I just remember when some of these books, if I had bought some of these books back in the early days, it would have been all I talked about for a month. I'd be calling my parents, I'd be talking to my friends, just like, I can't believe it. But now, I just want to say that it's not just a run-of-the-mill thing for me. Like, I still get excited. I still, enjoy this, and just can't believe I get to do this for a living. So anyways, here we go with the ASMs. We got ASM 2 in a 3.0, first appearance of the Vulture. ASM number 3 in a 5.5, the origin and first appearance of Dr. Octopus. Amazing Spider-Man number 5 in a 3.0, the first Doom appearance outside of the Fantastic Four. Amazing Spider-Man number 6 in an 8.0, the origin and first appearance of the Lizard. Amazing Spider-Man number 9, the first appearance of Electro. Amazing Spider-Man number 13 in a 5.5, the first appearance of Mysterio. And number 15 in a 6, the first appearance of Kraven. And this is what I'm talking about of what's so crazy to me, because back in the day, if I got just one copy of ASM number 20, it would be a video. And here we have 3 copies, a 6.0, a 6.0, and an 8.5 with white pages for the first appearance of Scorpion. And check out this beauty, an absolutely gorgeous Amazing Spider-Man 55 in a 9.4. This thing is basically a 9.8 with a very small dust shadow right here. This happens when the book is like sticking out from a stack and little dust particles land on the book over time and actually go into the book, causing this little dust shadow right there, but presents like a 9.8 with that tiny little dust shadow. An absolutely gorgeous John Romita cover. Here's an ASM 238, the first appearance of the Hobgoblin in 9.4 white newsstand, signed by John Romita Jr. and sketched by John Romita Jr. and then also signed by Stan Lee and John Romita Sr. It's just this collectible is so freaking epic right here. Anyways, DC Comics presents number 26 in a 9.8 newsstand, the first appearance of the Teen Titans in preview. Brave and the Bold number 34, this is the origin and first appearance of the Silver Age Hawkman and Hawkgirl. I think this book is a little bit undervalued for what it is, and it's super hard to find. I don't think I've ever seen it in anything over a 5.0 in my shop. Brave and the Bold number 28, one of my personal all-time favorite Silver Age grails, the first appearance of the Justice League. And the reason that it's my favorite is Starro. It's not the Justice League for me, it's Starro. I just absolutely love that character in the movies. And one day I will have a very high-grade copy of this in the PC. Shock Suspense Stories number 15, just a really cool pre-code horror. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes on this one. Strange Tales number 110 in a 6.5 with white pages. That is something you do not see every day. White pages on a Strange Tales number 110. The first appearance of Doctor Strange. And Suspense Comics number 8, a 0.5, incomplete. It's missing the centerfold, but it's got to be one of the best presenting 0.5s. I mean, look at that. It's just... This book, obviously, the only reason people collect it is the cover. So who cares if it's missing the centerfold? You get a 0.5 for a fraction of the cost of something that looks this good because it's missing something on the inside that you will never actually see. I'm not pump and dumping this, you guys. Like, I truly do believe that way. From a collector's standpoint, like, that is how I would look at this. It's like, man, here's an opportunity to get the cover that I want at a fraction of the price. So just a really cool opportunity to get this classic L.B. Cole cover. Giant Size X-Men number 1 in an 8.0. While I got you guys, we do a monthly giveaway here on the YouTube channel. If you subscribe, comment, and like, you're entered to win this valuable slab this month. Last day to get in on this, if you're watching it the day it comes out. And sign up for that newsletter at BryceComics.com. It's where you get first notification of all new inventory, like everything you're seeing in this video, and it also enters you to win a valuable slab each and every month. This is the one for this month, last chance to get in on this for the month of July. Werewolf by Night 32 in a 5.5 white, Harley Quinn number 1. One of, in my opinion, the all-time best Adam Hughes covers. An expensive modern variant. Werewolf by Night 33. Showcase 22 and a 3.5, the origin and first appearance of the Silver Age Green Lantern and Hal Jordan, and the first appearance of Abin Sur and Carol Ferris. Just, man. X-Men 101 in a 9.8 white pages. This is one I actually overpaid for, and I'm like, man, what should I do? Because, like, there's a couple low sales that came in just in, like, the week that between when I bought this and when I got it. And I just wonder, maybe I should just pull this and hold on to it, because I do believe that this book will bounce back. This is one of those books that, like, it might see a dip, but when the supply dries up and the demand is still there, the price starts to go back up. So I might have to pull this one. I do have it listed available for trade, though. Hulk 340 in a 9.8, that classic Todd McFarlane. And here's an homage to probably the most classic Todd McFarlane. Well, no, that would be Spider-Man number 1, but one of the most classic was Batman 423, which this homages in a 9.9 by Mark Spears. So a really cool collectible there. X-Men number 1 in a 2.5. This was the first book, I think it was, yeah, it was actually a 2.5 X-Men 1. It was the first book that the first Grail book that I ever got in a collection. And I remember it was $10,000 at the time. And I just couldn't believe it. Here I go with the nostalgia again, but I couldn't believe that it actually happened. And now I have 3 of these currently in the shop. One of them sold, this one, and another one that will be listed soon. Strange Adventures number 205 in a 6.5, the origin and first appearance of Dead Man. Silver Surfer number 1 in a 9.0. Again, I think I have 2 9.0s of this right now. Just absolutely absurd. Wolverine Limited Series number 1 in a 9.8. Detective Comics number 298 in a 6.0. This is the origin and first appearance of the Silver Age Clayface. Swamp Thing number 37 in a 9.6. This is the Canadian price variant, and it just has this tiny spine stress right here. I do believe it's a CPR candidate. I mean, I've seen, this doesn't really break color. I mean, not that bad at least. And I have seen much worse 9.8s. And if you were to get the grade bump on this, I do believe it would be the only Canadian price variant 9.8. At least the only one, there's never been one that is sold. This is the highest grade that's ever sold. So could be some really nice equity that you can get in this book. Avengers 55 and a 9.8 with white pages. It's just odd to see a 9.8 white Silver Age book, a 12 center. You're looking at it and you're like, what? This isn't supposed to look like it just rolled off the press. Actually, a relatively affordable book. I think it's around $2,500 for what it is in a 9.8 white. I think that's a very reasonable price. Oh yeah, FF1 4.5, no big deal. This one I just did a trade for. It has not been pressed or cleaned. I think it has a shot at a grade bump too, probably to like a 5.0 max, but just, it's FF1, jeez. FF49 in a 5.5. Hulk 180 in a 9.2 with the custom label. Somebody just emailed me and said, hey, I'd really like to trade you for this book. I bought comics off the stand, and so to me, this is the first appearance of Wolverine. So he was saying, like, there's the big debate between 180 and 181, but there's like 6 pages, if I'm not mistaken, of Wolverine in this book. And they call him Wolverine. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong. It is the first appearance of Wolverine. Ugh, unless you're selling it, because then this is the first. No, I'm just kidding. But it is interesting. Like, it doesn't matter. This is the one that the collectors prefer for whatever reason. Probably because it has a much better cover and has him on the cover. So we all just agree that's the first appearance. There's 181 and 8.5. Matching custom labels on these two would be a really cool set to pick up both if you can swing it. Iron Man 282 in a 9.8 newsstand. One of my favorite covers. I absolutely love this cover art. The first full appearance of War Machine. There's a Punisher 218 second print that homages that I think is equally as good. Batman Beyond #1 in a 9.8 with white pages, newsstand edition, first comic book appearance of Terry McGinnis. Dropped the price on this, and I do have it available for trade as well. Blip #1 in a 9.8. I mean, man, I really struggled with selling this one. It's the first comic book appearance of Mario and Donkey Kong. Honestly, I would definitely keep it if they were on the cover, but this cover, I mean, it makes me laugh, but I don't know. I just don't have to have it because of the cover, but very cool, iconic, historical piece of comic book history, the first Mario and Donkey Kong in a comic story. So we got Legend of Zelda #1. This is the no price variant, which was printed with no price on the cover, which is much more rare in a 9.8. So awesome to see that. First time I've seen that come through. New Mutants 98 and a 9.8 newsstand, followed by Secret Wars #8 and a 9.8 newsstand with that custom label. I mean, this is almost as good as it gets, except I just sealed a deal for a double signed copy of this 9.8 newsstand, signed by Stan Lee, and I think it's Jim Shooter on that. I really am going to have to think about that, about keeping it, because it really doesn't get much better than that, except for, you know, Mark Jewelers or 9.9s. Thundercats #1, this is the Canadian price variant in a 9.8, super rare. And New Mutants 87 and 9.8 newsstand. I might have to do a complete separate video on this because the price of this has gone down basically in half. It looks like there was like a warehouse fine or something, and it just doesn't take much to bring that price down if someone keeps selling it over and over and over, no reserve auction on eBay. But anyways, great time to jump in on a 9.8 newsstand of this book, because I do believe that prices will bounce back once the supply gets back to normal conditions. There's another X-Men #1. There's another X-Men #1, this time a 3.5. World's Best Comics #1 in a 3.5. This is the covers detached, which is actually really common with this book because it's a square bound book and it's from 1941, and glue doesn't last that long. And so it presents beautifully for a 3.5. I mean, one of the just super early appearances of all 3 of these characters, and it's the first time that Superman, Batman, and Robin covers begin. So just a really cool collectible in this one, and a bunch of characters on the back as well. Crime Suspense #20 in a 4.0, classic pre-code horror. So this is the ASM 50 that I did the video on earlier this week. My buddy decided to sell it, so I bought it from him. And funny thing is, you know, I sent the money to his wife's PayPal or Venmo or something, and it was just a cool moment because it was like, see honey, comics, I can actually make you money. Like it was just a cool experience to have him get the grade bump, get a bunch of cash in equity, and sell it. It's kind of a fun little part of the hobby. 9.0 white, beautiful first appearance of Kingpin. Amazing Spider-Man 252 in a 9.8 newsstand. Captain America #68 in a 6.5. This is a really interesting cover. And just a very cool Golden Age 10-cent Captain America. Presents beautifully, too, for a 6.0. I wonder what's the issue on this one. Incredible Hulk #1 in a 3.0. Beautiful copy, no Marvel chipping, really nice color strike, off-white to white pages. I mean, this is a beautiful 3.0. I would be very happy with this. If a 3.0 is in your budget, this is a good opportunity for you there. Likewise, a very, very nice presenting Journey into Mystery #83 and a 6.0. It is a creamer. It's a creamer, boys, but, you know, who doesn't like a creamer? Anyways, it just looks great. It's a super old cert label, beginning with 021. Obviously, it hasn't been pressed or cleaned. It's still got this price on the back, which could very easily be removed with just an eraser. I have to take a closer look to see if I think there's a potential for a grade bump. There is a little dust shadow there, but man, it does look really nice for a 6.0. I'd have to take a better look. If I do think it's a candidate, I will put it in the description, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just list it as is. It's a 6.0. I might not have time to do all that. X-Men #1 in a 3.5. This one is beautiful. Really nice color strike on this one. No Marvel chipping. Again, excellent. There you go. There's 3 X-Men 1s in this video. Just absolutely bonkers. Oh, what the hell? A Fantastic Four #1. Okay, so this is the $50,000 box, starting with this stack that we just looked at. And this is what I was talking about heart racing and just being kind of beside myself. Custom label, FF1, 3.5. Again, presents beautifully. That is something I remember about this specific collection, is he was super picky about presentation and stuff. So all of the grails are going to be really good presenting copies. Another Hulk 181, this time with white pages and a custom label. Beautiful copy here as well. 400 cert number. I might have to take a closer look at that one. Marvel Spotlight #5 in a 6.5 with white pages. First appearance of Ghost Rider. Really cool to see white pages on that. It's not as rare with a 20-cent, 1970 book, but it's definitely not something you see every single day. A mid-grade white pager. Here's a 9.0 white pager for ASM 129. First appearance of the Punisher. Daredevil #1 in a 4.0. As you can see, man, they just all really present really nice. And this one is a 396 cert number. Is this really another one? This is seriously another one. Another 9.8 newsstand with the custom label. My goodness, this is a different book. And then ASM #300 in a 9.8, the first appearance of Venom with the custom label. New Mutants 98 in a 9.8, 98, 9.8, double signed. This one, I don't know, do you consider this a signature or a sketch? I've seen both on CGC labels, but on this one it just says signed twice by Rob Liefeld, but one of them's the chisel sketch and one of them is his regular signature with the custom label. It just looks absolutely gorgeous with the custom label and the chisel sketch. I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful copy of the first appearance of Deadpool. And this, I will say, in my opinion, is the best Adam Hughes good girl art. Right? Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes #23. I mean, obviously, it's just a matter of opinion, but leave a note down below. What do you think is the best Adam Hughes? That Catwoman 51 is a contender as well. It's kind of hard to say, but this one's definitely one of the more expensive ones and difficult to get in 9.8. FF48 in a 6.0, first appearance of Silver Surfer. Brave and the Bold 54, origin and first appearance of the Teen Titans. This has got to be one of the best Mike Zeck covers of all time. I mean, it's certainly top 3 in my opinion. He has some really awesome covers, but it's really cool to see it double signed by Mike Zeck and John Beatty in a 9.8, Captain America Annual #8. Whoo, there we go. I think I need to sit down after that batch of books, but it would probably be more prudent if I go check my emails, probably some numbers to crunch for trades for these books. Thank you guys, as always, for coming along with me on this wild and crazy adventure. Congratulations to everyone who's going to pick up these amazing books and upgrade your collection. Hoping to work with you soon. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye.